my God. Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Hello, everyone that's not here. You always got to give it like a couple of minutes.
Okay.
You know, like the
It's
girls,
just
well, you see the girls, they'll just be on the phone for a minute or...
Cheers, everyone, and good morning.
We got one.
Woohoo.
We got one.
And it's Anna. I love you, girl.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Let me get the 5D going. Here we go.
Good morning, Linda. Send you much love. Oh, yay. That's awesome. It's kind of to like do the live streams their team for a couple of days, because I feel it does give them off, just where they, you know, don't have the stress of setting everything up. It gives us a beautiful to share and present mom. So I'm really happy and excited to be with you this morning in our little nice snuggly camper that we set up on here.
It's a camper
for the stream.
Yeah.
Love you, Mike.
Sucks.
Love you, Chen.
It's okay.
That's awesome.
You know, it's actually been really cool with this situation.
For sure. Oh, let me share.
Because it's been really interesting for me as I feel into, frankly, the masculine energy of power over. And I realize that can come from anyone. It doesn't
say it's not restricted to men.
It's typically, though, a very masculine, lower energy. I mean, why we even give gender to lower energies? Yeah, it's a typical thing that happens with men. It can happen with women, though, too. Mm-hmm. It's just that really active, right? Because the feminine is more of the energy, and the masculine is more of the action of that energy, just as balanced harmonics go. So the power over ends up being this very active force that is forcefully doing its agenda. And I've been watching it. I've been seeing it. And of course, within myself too. And then not accepting it in other people, in the sense of, I'm not allowing this in my experience anymore. And it's become a big test with where we're at and the living situation. And I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to Mother and to everyone involved, because it's given us what we require in the moment. I mean, it's been a trip, you know, over the past few months. Okay. And since Mom has ended, it's been nothing but a constant, like, I just see a good jar being shaken up. And to get this place and with where we're at, and to be able to have gardens and be a part of the agricultural council of the New Earth transitory government.
Woo!
Hello. And, you know, to have that experience, you know, I said that to Kat in the beginning. When I got to that point, I was like, I accept being here, and I accept my transformation on the farm. And it's been really groovy.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Groovy.
And
truly, though,
it just makes such a huge difference whether you are somewhere in the city with, you know, a lot of concrete, which is a lower density, the cars, the air pollution, just so much, you know, beings in one place even. And out here, it's a really big property with 2 huge gardens, and we've been working a lot with the plasma pyramid. It's to the right of Elle.
Where?
Holding our backdrop.
Back here. Over here.
And the town here is really magical because you have basically like mountain streams in front of every property that runs through. So it's really easy accessible. And all we had to do is like put a little dam in, and then all that water comes into the gardens. And we put the pyramids with their copper wire in that water, blessed and everything. So the field, and we had yesterday the plasma workshop with Gabe. Love you, brother.
Great job.
Really amazing.
Great job, brother.
You know how you explained that even the little balls that are in there. You want to grab them?
I mean, is it gonna like fall?
No.
Oh, that's nothing. Let's play pyramids now.
Yeah, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. You have those balls in there that are filled with GANs.
Ping pong
balls, beautiful colored, and it's gas on a nano atomic state in there, and together with the copper wire, together with the crystal on top and everything, it has this huge energy field, and it is a living consciousness. This little pyramid. that's 5D technology. And when you are in your heart and, you know, just with your consciousness and your field, you work with it.
Yeah, what was cool is that Gabriel was saying, that's some Aleister Crowley shit. I gotta stop that.
Your cross chakra feel.
Oh no, it's caught in my hairs. Let's see what it feels.
Anyways, it was amazing to work with the pyramid and the gardens. The gardens are just, I've never ever seen that grand soil. So it's definitely
Black.
A blessed place we're at. And that's one thing that did came up for me yesterday a lot. Is like, you know, why is everyone where they're at?
Right.
That was something that came up for us a lot. And at the end of the game, when you're wherever you are and you're not happy, looking to others and be like, oh yeah, but this person is doing that and this person is doing that. First of all, no one is stopping you to do whatever. You follow what you know, what brings you joy, what your heart says. And on the other side, it's this deep acceptance and just surrender to the divine plan, knowing that mom has put up in the right places. And the last 2 days over the 9/9 portal and the day after, there was a lot of movement, just, you know, beings and locations. And I feel it's amazing to watch everything unfold. And in the end, it doesn't matter. You are on mission.
Well, where are you? Where are you?
That's
where are you living?
Where's your consciousness at?
Are you living in your head, in your heart? That's the biggest question, you know. And I really feel that, you know, it's been a lot.
Jen put her pyramid to the struggling house plants. Maybe you can document that.
Yeah, Jen, if you could just take some before photos and just let us do after.
Yeah.
And just show how well the pyramid works, because that was a big thing Gabriel discussed yesterday in his plasma class, was that the biggest amount of evidence to support the plasma technology is in agriculture. That's where they've done most of the testing, is with plants, and they have had amazing results. I mean, just amazing.
Yeah, it reverses genetic modified crops and weeds back into its original, you know, state of energy and everything it is. So plasma is the freaking big boom beginning of it all, I kind of feel, because it's so multi-dimensionally. We have the plasma room sprays. I had the ping before and I'm feeling it again to work with plasma and cleaning supplies, you know, like cleaning your space, not only from dirt and dust and spots, but also just from those lower energies. And yeah, it's just growing and growing and growing. The transitionary government was over 50 beings. Everyone that's listening right now was there. Love you all. Everyone that's just still feeling that feeling, you can reach out, you know, and we're gonna open up, I feel, eventually to let more people in. But right now it's just like the souls that are contracted to be there and work together came together. And now we're starting with the single councils. Everyone has like its day with monthly meetings, so that we're actually coming together, collaborating, bringing ideas together, and coming, you know, in this unity pool of consciousness. And can only get grander.
I just saw it. It's as if the transitory government has God, right?
Yeah.
And that's a circle with God there. And then the others, like those lines that go out, and they have another bubble. And that's what I'm witnessing, is that you have Mother there in the center, and it's almost like even further, it's that deep center nation with those that are right there with her. And then you have these bubbles going out of each section of the transitory government, each, you know, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it in cabinet, you know, like your cabinet members. I don't freaking know. So you tell me. But the point is, it's a transition. It's a piece of what was combining with a piece of what will be, and so that we can finally be present in the moment and now. Because it's all about going with what we know does work, which is the collaboration, working with others, you know, a good group of people that have the right intent. That's what's real. That's what's real right there. Yeah. Through that, we can make something happen. We can grow from there. We we can expand. And again, that's where I go back to in these moments, because it's been a constant thing with me, where to go and what to do. And I'm talking about my mama, that birthed me here. And she always told me many, many moons ago, she said, your problems will always come with you. They will always follow you. Because I had all leave Philadelphia and travel. God, I did. I found God. And so I've always reflected on that internally I got my baggage, and it doesn't matter where I go to unpack it, it's coming with me. Mm-hmm. Now, the whole goal, which is why I love Rick and Morty, is a great scene, because it's literally a scene where I won't give too much away, but let's just say that, they shifted from one kind of reality to another, and Morty has this like existential moment, and he's telling his sister, he's like, nothing matters. Who cares? Just get rid of your own shit, put it in a shit box, throw it out, sell it, take it to the shit store, what you do with it. Just get rid of your shit. Okay? And that ultimately, that life is very fleeting, and you have to not be in your shit. You have to live an adventure. You have to live a life. And I feel that ultimately, no matter how messed up you are, if you're always having an adventure and constantly putting yourself out there, when the present moment comes and you have that call to action, right, the hero's journey, then you're really going to finally find that fulfillment within yourself.
Absolutely.
You'll care.
Yeah, and that's that one thing, I don't know when, but a couple of days ago, Aora said it on their live stream, how important to keep that vibration high. And all it means is that you stay open to anything, to receive love, no matter how it looks like. So even an immense trigger, someone coming up and throw a big ball of energy right in your face, that's love.
Is it?
That can be love. Like that, the whole experience is made for you to find back to love. So even if someone comes to you and, like, throws that energy, or I don't even know what, something that triggers you.
I wouldn't throw energy.
No, like.
Oh, you're saying if someone does that?
Yes. Like if someone comes to you and like throws something to you, complain or whatever, to be in high vibration means simply that you stay in your heart center and you can answer with forgiveness, with compassion, literally just, calm,
centered,
detached, and centered. Exactly. So no matter what experience you're going through, at the very end of it, it is that lesson for you. It is a moment for you that you can rise up, you can grow with it, different decision than you usually do. Like, if you're reactive person, reacts in the same way back or something like that. It's about you keeping your peace.
Yeah, thank you for that. No, because that's one of my biggest tests. And I know that ultimately in the highest realm possible, I'm like the chillest dude. And so allow things to be, yet stand up, serve that love, call it out, whatever. Be fun with it. And I know the constant thing to embrace the fact that, guess what? Sometimes fed up. I'm just completely fed up. And I've had those moments in these recent events that have gone on where I'm just kind of like, I know this is happening. I know this situation is occurring, whatever it is. And I'm kind of like, I need to say something about this to the team that I'm with, the people that I'm with, people I'm living with. And then when I don't, we don't have those discussions and have those, solid conversations. Next thing you know, a blow up happens. Now I take full of that, of course. Now, what out of it many times is so much healing. Because there's triggers getting thrown around, things are being said. Next thing you know, we're reflecting on what just happened and deeper meaning. Example, a couple of days ago, had a blow up. I called Faith. We had a grand conversation. With my mom, had a grand conversation the next day. And then I felt like and I got closer. Sarah was stepping up more. It was really cool to watch that even in the context, everything could still work.
Mhm.
And the ego always backfires on itself. It is the perfect example. The ego is 100% essence of a gun that ends up shooting you, even though you really going to point it the other way, but it backfires. And that amount of energy release that is boxed in and contained by the goes back to mom, goes back to create, goes back to God. Those atoms are free now because you just got your lesson and you're getting action, you're getting into alignment. And that's, that we've been feeling too, that old man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great example. You want to share that one about the old,
the one I came,
the one at the place, and that you met, and that like as you were cleaning, you could feel his energy.
Oh,
that was a trip.
That was whoa shit. That was crazy.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, I have been and cleaned one of those regular vacation cute little apartment, really beautiful. And we came. It was like 10:30 when I usually have to start, but this was simply just getting the stuff out. And that itself, that little situation, was a test for me and my patience.
I remember that.
I know.
I forgot about that too.
We were sitting in the car and just, took the moments to just, I don't know, ground and smoke. And we kept looking over. Moments. Yeah, and I thank you.
You're welcome.
I kept looking over there, and I heard the angels that were like, "Chill, like that's your little German Nazi mind." It really is a program, like to go and work, and it's 10:30 on the dot. You have to start now. No. I relaxed. I breathed. I let those old people do their thing, and had the ping after 11 minutes of waiting to go over there. Just very
she
friendly.
Counted.
I don't know. It was a thing. So I walk over there, and it's this amazingly lovely old man shaking out, and had a little conversation with him, super friendly and everything. So I start going in and cleaning, and while I was stripping the linens and all kind of stuff, almost like a diamond shape like this right on top of my heart, it just blocked. It felt like a big dark block. Oh, what is this? I feel like just extremely sad and so sorry, and this is so weird. And I was like, yeah, and I felt this man, and I mean, he was like, well, that energy field, he isn't probably a lot of sadness, probably feels very sorry for himself, even that, in the condition he's meant to live now. They tell humanity, you're getting old, you're getting disease, you're gonna have Parkinson's, those things happen, you're diseasing into death. And then like our human being, is our soul knows we're eternal, but we're putting us to submit to those lies, real lies. We're not meant to be sick. We're not meant to be shaky and old and can't handle things and be very slow.
What's a death sentence to go in? Sure. That's how Mother saw it. That's why she personally. It was walking into death. Got very sick on prescription medications.
Yeah. To make more profit from you. A very healthy patient doesn't make any money for the doctor. So, anyways, in that moment,
literally,
I felt all of that. And he made that comment that, like, this is not your energy. Like, you're in this field now where those people just stayed. So, and I was like, oh, shoot, wow. And I was like, angels, like, what do I do? Like, I would love to, transform that, transmute that, and even for that space. And I heard Mom, and she's like, that's why it's so important for you to keep your vibration up. And I just started singing from full-blown heart. This room had amazing high ceilings. The sound, like, I don't know, I just had a melody, and I was singing, I'm sending you love right in your heart. And it just cleared. And from that, the entire day flipped. The entire day flipped. It was so magical. It was so grand. And that's the little things where we can trust mom so much that when we overcome any sort of block, instead of sitting there and letting these emotions kind of like overwhelm us, and then you sit in this, you know, in this pile of lower energies, the moment you step up, the moment you shake it off, the moment you jump up, you sing, you do whatever to get out of it, that's your level up. You ascended. You just ascended a little bit more.
Right. Because it's a constant progression up the ladder. Jacob's ladder, right? You got a little Christianity out there. It's the same thing, man. I want to share with all of you. Wow, I'm just so grateful. You know, this is how it is on the stream. I forgot this. I remember being with Mother in her room moons ago. I mean, year 2 plus. She was in Colorado, in Alcedo, where we had been living, Mission House. And in her room, when you would walk in, her bed was right there. You know, you walk into the door, it's all to the doors to the left of the whole room, and the bed's right in front of you with the sides. And then to your right, we had a desk, and that was in the corner when you first walk in. And that was like her, you know, it was supposed to be the ultimate, so to say, altar, or so to say, just ceremonial space. Everything in her room was ceremonial, of course. Everything was placed in that most organic way to represent all of her children. That, I mean, you don't understand. Everything that everyone sent mom, any card, anything like that, went on her wall.
Every picture, every drawing, every little letter, every little figure. She had so many, even like little necklaces in her rooms. And beautiful.
Thank you. And no, you're good. And because she's right. And it was a fun place. And that desk, and over time, became more and more. But let's just put it this way. I was sitting on the bed with mom, and I'm looking at that desk over there. Well, I had a vision in my third eye of that whole area lighting up, and through it, like a portal, like a cloud-looking portal, I saw stairs going up.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Ooh.
See? And like, this is how I was able to really feel her and feel who she was as source, as the master of all masters, as the guru I was always looking for.
Right.
And that it's because those things would happen.
Yeah.
Undeniable things like that just are like, what?
Yeah.
And because I had visions before and all, more so in dreams, and there was a lot of mixed lower things that were in there. And as I was with mom, it was like the darkest stuff came out. Okay. And then through that, I overcame it. And then because I'm with her and because I'm around high vibe people, I was getting visions of things in front of me. The dreams became even crazier. I don't know about all you, but I've been dreaming a lot more in general. And they've been pretty interesting. A lot of times I'm just with people, part of the team, or people I feel I know.
Bobby said she dreamed of you and that you cut your hair short.
Bobby Street. No! No!
You woke the dogs.
I woke the dogs up. Love you, Sebastian.
But yeah, fully.
I would get a little trim, but
no.
Just a little. No, the dead ends, kind of split ends. Like I do that. But you know, when I came to Mission with long hair also. And one night, next thing you know, Lulu, Jason, father, man, guy, I don't know, cut my whole hair off. And later on, mom made me feel that she allowed it. Of course, it was in her physical presence. And it was told to me that it was done because otherwise I would have never physically done anything at all. And I get it. I mean, I definitely have a deep programming of laziness. I do feel I've done enough and that I'm good now. And then and some physical
stinky.
And that's why me and Kat are an interesting balance because she can't stop.
Yep. I'm like,
you're like that. You're like, you know, and then it makes me, not only triggers me, but I can also feel when it's off. So it's just like big test because then if I'm correct in the energy being off, for you to surrender to someone who's just chilling, being like, you know, Kat, you're kind of like, in this like frantic kind of mode right now, and it's just like, who's this talking to me right now, laying there with the
what is this lazy turd there?
So it's
no,
good.
it's really funny because
it is funny.
and it's what it's all about. It's about the balancing out. So as much as I have to just be peaceful about it, and especially ask for the support, not just running around, because if you run around, I lived with other people before, in 3D back in Germany, just 2 or 3 other people, and it's like you come in this mode of like, no one's doing anything, I'm just running around and do anything and blah blah blah. But if you have like 2 extremes like that, then I have to slow down in order for someone else to be able to step up. If I run around all day doing everything that needs to be done, first of all, I'm ripping away my time of being, my time of downtime. And I do enjoy to have a hammock out there now. Like, I'm not the person that just lays on the bed and stares at the ceiling or the feet and meditates about something. It's hard for me. It's really hard for me.
I get it for sure.
I find peace when I'm out there, in the hammock with the trees, for example, simply outside. But it's definitely a mind thing, this mommy mind that always has that to-do list. That's what
it's a mimic of mom.
Interesting, because she
mom
kind of
would
like
do so much,
everything,
but she would do it in grace and divinity. And when I saw
Exactly.
that woman walk, she walked like a cloud.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all about the energy state you're in. So, you can lay on the couch, be on your phone, and be a lazy turd, or you can lay on the couch and be actually, researching something or whatever. So that's a big part. I love you guys. This is fascinating.
Got the people.
Wow.
Right?
Okay. We got literally kicked out completely. I had to log back in, but it catches. That's awesome. And yeah, talking about this not getting triggered.
Don't be triggered.
You got it.
All good. Yeah, I was just checking some things. No, it's good now. So I pray it stays on. So apologies, everyone, for that. Let me come back to
you. Love you, Tyson. Sending you so much love.
What were we saying about stuff? So yeah, basically life.
I don't know anymore.
There's a box, and you gotta get out of it. And you might realize there's another box, like with those Russian dolls that you keep, pulling the doll, and there's a littler one in there.
Oh, babushka.
Babushka, yeah. And that's life. That's life. Mother Mary! God morning, loves. It's 9/11. We are expanding in love everywhere present. Forgive, enjoy. Love you. Mary, I just want to say you're so cool. I love your little videos that you've been making. I love hearing your voice. I love hearing your excitement. it's just such your laughter, your joy. I love you. I love you so much. I love you all so much.
Yeah,
This is
sending
such
love to the other team and the entire family. Not only the ones on the team, all of you. It's freaking grand, and it's grand to see y'all, just growing.
Yeah.
It's this beautiful thing to look now where everyone is at. Charity, love you too.
Love you, Charity. We'll connect soon.
And
been busy.
Busy.
Pulling weeds. We're doing pretty good out here.
Yeah. Oh, 9/11. Yes, Mary, thank you for saying that. And that's why I picked that title. Shout out, Tupac. I love you. Real eyes realize real lies. So what one thing that I include in pretty much prayer and multiple times a day is praying for that disclosure, praying for truth to come out, and praying for humanity to be able to cope everything.
Pray for your own disclosure.
Exactly. And that's one thing. I watched this video yesterday of a fireman that was sharing about 9/11. And the fascinating thing was that he basically said that no one. Oh, yeah. Good. Thank you. No one. What's the English word?
Well, I listened to some of it. No one. Steel beams.
Okay, let's flip. Most beings. Policemen, whatever. They're literally just.
Dude, no.
Stop getting triggered.
But how is that not past love?
It's already back. It's already back. See?
Make any sense?
It's something retrograde.
Oh.
That the stars do influence the technology.
I will be frank on this stream right now. That type of stuff, I'm just like, I don't get what retrograde it is. This shit's gonna work because I'm about tech work, and I like having my tech, like tools. And when it don't work, I'm like, no, I don't care about. I don't care. No,
it's like a little child.
Well, I feel that I can be childlike wonder and transform all childish behavior by getting my rainbow balls and actually saying no, nay, nays. That's not love, and we're changing it. And I have an idea or two.
Good. You do that.
Soon.
All right. So what he was sharing was that basically no one is allowed to talk. No one is allowed to speak the truth. And whoever would is losing their job. Literally losing their job. So this gentleman is retired. He doesn't work anymore. He doesn't give a flying fuck about anything or anyone. What he cares about is that people, humanity, sees the truth. He's very passionate in his interview about the 343 beings that he lost that day in his own crew. Just the amount of grief and everything that happened on that day. It's 20 years ago. This coming up, and the real lies are being exposed by beings like him that is actually stand up and is like, I didn't see mass of lava like metal. If any one of you has any idea of it, fire is not able to be hot enough to make melt.
No building.
Simple as that.
No skyscraper had ever had that happen to it before. It just wasn't possible because the way, from a fire at least, okay, there was no way because fire doesn't melt steel beams. Say again, dear.
If you go back up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I get too excited. Fire doesn't melt steel beams. It's that simple. So if we really want to keep living in a fucking fantasy about what happened 20 years ago today, okay, 9 or 6, 7, 8, we're going to be up to 9/11 East Coast time in about 30 minutes. And so I remember that day. I remember how it went down in my life. I was in 5th grade and we were watching this stuff on the computer. And the next thing you know, our room was right outside the main lobby of my grade school. And I looked out to the room. The whole lobby was filled with parents. Everyone was ready to pull their kids out of school that day, their children out of school. And that was just a trip. That's all I really remember from it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I'm getting
please.
light-ups.
Mike's got some really good
Yeah.
ones. Mike had said that he was there the day it happened, and he has a lot of messed up stories from it. And then he just stated, we were at the top of the World Trade Center a week before, at Windows of the World for Diana's mom's B-Day. That's
Wow.
crazy, man.
Yeah, and
Straight
that's so nuts how like, but that's how we can see that literally in a split second, it just has to be some CIA agent or someone pushing that button. World changed. No point. What was this? It was a absolute shockwave, not only going through the country of the United States, but going around the entire globe. That literally, my arms are lighting up, where the cabal pushed the button to bring out this fear wave, to paralyze people in this shock of this immense happening. So we have to be aware that as soon as, you know, the collective gets disclosed, for example, with the 9/11 truth, which is in the decrees stated that this truth comes out. So we're just, you know, be patient, everybody.
Patience.
It will bring up and steer up a freaking whole lot of emotions. That's why it's so important for us as the masters, the front runners that know about energy, to do the work that we're able to stay in our hearts. So no matter what's happening and what's coming up, we stay centered as the eye of the storm, because out there is even getting wilder and wilder. It's already
nuts. It's nuts. And I love what Mike just said. He said, and referring to New York, I lived there and saw the spirit of New York City die and never come back. And Mike, what a great thing to say. It's definitely in some ways terrible. Yet at the same time, as I watched through the whole pandemic, how Saks Fifth Avenue is gone. Most of the big giant stores in New York cannot afford rent anymore. And we're talking big names, and it's not worth it on their profit margin sheet to keep the store open anymore. So a lot of them boarded up, and I don't feel they will come back. And I feel that New York will completely change. I see that we really need more forests there. We require more land to take over. Somehow, some way, they're showing me how New York will have to go through this period of hold on. Angels are showing me. I'm seeing it right now. I get it. And it's that the city as a whole, every city has to quote unquote die. They have to transform fully. And that means that they all need to go away. And you're watching it with New York. New York, it is the city. Let's be frank here. Out of any other place across the whole entire planet, the place it's New York. It's the city. It's the essence of city life. And I feel that once that fully transforms and I see more, you got Central Park's got to be more central. It should be the example of a light city. And so I feel that it's going to be a piece of it. We'll see what happens. Frankly, also on top of that, Philadelphia got hit recently with a natural disaster. The Schuylkill River, which is the river that runs through the center city of Philadelphia, right next to the art museum. Everyone knows the Rocky Steps. 150 years, the water of the Schuylkill was the highest it had been in 150 years, which would be basically since recording it. Right. So it's just like, I feel that we need to realize that we haven't been recording things, but for 150, 200 years or so. And that, so they're, at least in our context of weather and things like that. And I feel that now we're going to be like, oh, we're getting the biggest storms we ever have. You don't realize, because I took a course in college about this, and they were talking that there's 50-year storms, there's 100-year storms, there's 500-year storms, there's 1,000-year storms that exists. And they're just ones that happen over time, and they can see that. And so I feel that's what's happening right now as we're watching a storm come in to clear it all out and clean it all up.
And I feel it's important to just swap the perspective from and it's funny, they just showed where you said with the class, and I had geography where you learn about, the weather and all that kind of stuff. And it's funny because it's this victim mentality almost. It's like, It's the weather, you know, the weather, the natural, like you can't control it. It's just hitting you. It has no reason. It's random.
Everyone keeps happening in my hotspot here. So I don't know. I did some. Thanks for sticking with us. I know this doesn't make a viewing experience. So we will get grander one. We're so grateful to do these live streams on the weekend. It really
We work with what we got.
Yeah, we do, and I'm grateful because I've been doing a little more. We're doing yard work together and doing cleaning together on our own business terms. And I just had decided yesterday, I was like, you know what, with this particular thing, when it comes to like weeding and deep cleaning, I said at the present moment, we're not going to do the weekends because I want to be committed and solid, knowingly that I can, make sure I'm up and ready for all of you and be here and available on the weekends. And I feel it's a big thing to start with for all of you out there, because it is a little bit of a, an odd thing going on. Now, I do feel these jobs that we're doing are very 5D. We have to choose to be in 5D when we're doing them, which is with every weed, like just joy, excitement of like, yes, I'm cleaning it up. That's divine. Mother herself, while on mission, was working as a maid in a hotel out in Crestone. And so, these are a part of our journeys to keep things clean, right action, clean it. I love doing a job where I see it and then it's done. And then I look back and I'm like, wow, we transformed this place. We enlivened it. We gave it love and everyone's been so happy. And I bring all that up because I don't remember now, but I brought it up for a reason. I'm just, it's been a big test. Yes. And like knowing that you do need boundaries, because I'm the type of person that it's funny. Once I get in the flow of it, I can't stop. That's the Capricorn in me, the workaholic. That will literally push everyone else away just so that I can continue to, I guess it's a validation in the lower, of like, look at me, look what I did. Perfect example yesterday, did a little work on the car. I love working on cars now. It's so much, fun to just learn how to like make it grander. And then dinner was ready. And, Kat was like, I never expected you to be done. And I was like, well, I expected myself to be done. And I put that expectation on myself. But I felt the energy of, we're about to be in unity and eat together. I'm just going to drop this. This will still be there. But that food won't be as beautiful as it is right now. It won't be as high. They won't be available for us to all sit down together. Well, they'll be off doing something else. And so it's so important, I feel, to drop the weight in the present moment or just drop that thing that you're holding on to and grab something else. Allow yourself to receive that other thing because you can go back to it. Just make sure you finish up in the day. You have a full day. Make sure you're finishing up those tasks or at least getting to the next chapter of that task so that you can rest consciously and wake up in high states of joy, ready to do it all over again in a new way. So very grateful for those experiences, very grateful for everything that's happening, and also very grateful for how nice it still is outside. I hope everyone's enjoying their weather, and I hope that everyone's just enjoying their moments in nature and appreciating what it is, because it's going to get colder soon, and we all know that the SADS can come in, seasonal affective disorder, because we're not in alignment in those moments. We're not appreciating and enjoying what it is. So I highly suggest getting out there, staying consistent with it, and just loving yourself, and just having a lot of fun. I did see a comment too, and I feel Kat's getting that mama video up. So she'll have that ready in just a moment. Here, so 5D just mentioned that people in my little town of Fairhope, I feel that's Bobby, were feeling the love last night at a small music festival. They did a love train during Love Train. It was amazing, and no one was wearing masks. Nice. So, Mom, that's awesome, Bobby.
Woo!
I saw that video. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And interestingly enough, I don't know who this is, but said, love that. We miss our little Buena Vista. And they said 7 in the chat, my galactic tone 7 resonance, which is also
funny.
mine.
Where are you at now? We're near Buena Vista.
So
around that area.
That's pretty cool about the tone. Yeah, BV's cool. BV's cool. Yeah. I can feel Kat. She's like, can you shut the fuck up so I can play this video?
Can I please say something? We don't have to talk about fucking Buena Vista. It's about Mama God. I love you out there. Buena Vista's beautiful. It was really, really funny yesterday. I sat here on the couch and looked outside, and there's like a big road right coming by. And I felt this weird energy of waiting. And I'm like, what's waiting? Waiting is like one of the lowest thing you do, because you sit there, you do nothing, and you're waiting for something else. You're like not waiting, but you're wasting your time by waiting on something, someone, or whatever. And it kind of like came to me. And then I heard it's a swift and peaceful healing process. And a big truck with the word swift drove by. And that was really magnificent. And I am very well aware that very often it's, not necessarily a very peaceful experience. But like I said, it's all about the mastery to make it as peaceful as possible, to bring, to anchor in as much peace, light, and love as possible. Scrolling through here, I had a ping on this video from Mom. It says, announcements, peaceful prayer for a smooth transition. So I feel together with yesterday, it's a grand ping to use that one.
I'd say something, but I don't want Kat to yell at me.
Oh, please go ahead.
I'm just kidding. She's not laughing. I don't even know anymore. All good. I'm just grateful to be here and enjoy these moments with everyone. And I hope and pray that you all feel, that's what I wanted to do, was the comment. I hope you all feel what Bob had about this concert. She said, "It's me that humanity inherently feels love. They will get it." It's amazing. I completely agree with you. We have to have that faith.
That works.
Do you want to, since it's Mama talking, you can always grab her photo here and just put the tripod right here. I saw that.
You won't see it that much.
Be very conscious of that with the computer.
I know. Oh, no, it works. It's even too high.
Yes, that's why I envisioned it over there.
That doesn't work either. I can just hold it. All good. It's not very long. All right.
Enjoy, everyone. Yeah.
Request for a smooth transition from the old to the new. A message from the Earth Allies. Peaceful prayer for a smooth transition, and this is a part of the announcements. A peaceful prayer for a smooth transition into the universal unity and equality based on truth on planet Earth equal heart. based on love for all living beings, truth, and oneness. In deep gratitude for the manifestations taking place now, we wish to share a moment of peaceful prayer to the current illusionary belief systems and send them loving energies for their complete dissolvement. They have played their roles and are no longer needed in the new paradigm on the new earth, equal heart. The people are the real government, as decreed, and now in process of complete manifestation. All of humanity are free in love through divine birthright and will each begin to live true spiritual lives of peace and unconditional love. The current societal belief systems are corrupt and do not support life. All which does not support life for the highest good of all is dissolving forever. And now together we share the following words. I now ask that all of humanity's I am presence step forward, and that their every thought, word, and deed and action be a mirror of the love they hold for all beings, including themselves. I ask that peace, harmony, happiness, and abundance return to all of God's children. I ask and give deep gratitude for a peaceful and smooth transition into a universal government which supports everyone, supports love for all of us as one. I ask and give permission that the illusion fades quickly now, and the real light and love and truth steps forward on planet Earth, equal heart. The reality of our love together. I ask and give permission that my I am presence step forward, and that my every thought, word, deed, and action is in forever in accordance with the divine plan and divine intervention unfolding on this planet now. I now step forward into the river of life as one love. Welcome to your awakening, humanity, decreed by Father, Mother, God, Amun Ra. So it is on earth, as it is in heaven. And so it is, and so shall be, forever and forevermore. And transmission in all love is unconditionally. We are so in love with humanity. Thank you, love, for a smooth transition into the new earth equal heart, where everyone's dreams of love manifest in true reality. It's happening, everybody. Mwah.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite videos of Mom. It's really not the longest, but it gives me every time full body light ups, because that is Mom's essence. She's here as an, mother of all creation, someone had asked. So the being that you just saw is, vessel, just like you and I. She's your best friend. She can be your best friend. I'll have, many years with her together, and
Beautiful.
in every moment she was praying for humanity. She was praying for the love to return, for the hearts to open back up, for our mind to be dissolved. And
You're good.
Okay.
I can see your phone when you're ready.
So yeah, definitely a very powerful video. I'm very grateful. Aiken, you want to share the link? Yeah.
Please go on.
Oh, good. I need my phone on.
Oh.
Yeah. So
There you go.
there we go.
Getting the link for y'all.
Yes.
Appreciate you
beautiful.
asking. So you can grab that.
Beautiful. Nice. I love the graphics that Jerry made. We have the 9-day challenge. And did you start on the 9-9, I feel, or before that? I don't even know when it started, but it's day 3. So
It's day 3. So
yeah, so it started at 9-9. It's 9 days. That brings us to the 18th. And it's another 9-9. So you have a 9-9 portal, a 9-day challenge, and another 9-9 portal. Brilliant. Freaking brilliant. Today, it's divine intuition. It's third eye chakra day. That's, our pineal gland, our third eye, where we can get through intuitions, visions, and dreams. It's us. Maybe I can just show it too. I don't know exactly. There you go.
Nice.
Halfway. A little bit.
Halfway.
Ask for angel guidance all day today. Automatic writing oracle decks. So Mom was in a conversation with the etheric realm literally in every moment. From the time she was born, she left that planet. She was talking and communicating with her masters, with her A-team. And guess what? You're capable of doing that too. You can tap in, which means you take deep divine breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then you cut your cords. You can literally state, I cut cords with everything, everyone, everywhere in lower energies. I cut cords with all lower frequencies. I cut cords with all lower frequencies. You're present. You're with your I feel it works again.
Yeah, that's already back on.
So you're, centered with your breath, you cut your cords, and then you'd ask a question. That could be something as simple as, angels, do I need a jacket to go walk the dogs? They tell you. You can even, ask what is highest for you to do next. Do the dishes or a walk to ground, like whatever it is, you can have this constant conversation where you can ask really, deep questions. Automatic writing is beautiful to get into the depth of your being and just write things out. And automatic writing means that eventually you'll just feel those words. You just receive those words and you don't touch any of that. You literally just write it down. You can have a conversation that way with your angels. The deck, beautiful oracle deck. If you wanna, do we have it by hand? Because then you can pull a card.
What do you mean by
Mom's
hand?
deck on hand.
No, it's right there. Now it is.
So playing with different cards, tapping in. We have an amazing oracle deck with the spiritual disciplines. So that's a cool game. I feel, especially for children as well, to play with the angels and, pick a card, have a spiritual discipline. So whatever you do today, have that conversation with your higher self. Bring the angels. They're all around you. Trillions, millions of angels all around us. Which a consciousness of very high vibrations. It's a light being, a love being. So try that out today. Day 3, divine intuition. Definitely amazing to just play more with that and get more through guidance and information and everything. You gonna share?
Moment.
Cool.
So Love in the Mountains reply. I had put my email out there. Just felt really guided to, individually connect, since you seem to have visited the before. You replied, it said, most certainly, we are twin flame beloved incarnates, Andre and Sierra. You can find us on Instagram at the Quantum Crystal. What is it? Crystal Keepers.
Cool.
Love the inner chi from you all. Found you through the Telegram group.
Wow.
We love the Telegram
Amazing.
group. Love you, Telegram. Shout out. Got
Welcome, Love Muffins.
your Insta there. I took a little photo, so
nice.
we'll connect. We'll connect more on there. That's a lot easier too. So Grant, that's what this is all about.
Yep.
Connections.
The connecting, absolutely. Here, I'll pick one, you pick one. Picking cards, talking to mom. What is her message for you today to know? You are divine worthiness. The sun comes up. I love this card. It's so funny. As the sun literally comes up so beautifully. It says, to fully receive love, we must accept love from ourselves. It is in the present moment of now where both the energies of love and the unknowable are our organic state. In this space, we lack nothing and never punish our sacred self. Creation is born here in every now new moment. You're worthy of all love is. We are worthy of all love is. All of humanity is worthy of all of us. We don't have to punish ourselves.
No more.
If we think we
I
failed,
want to do it.
we gotta find compassion and forgiveness and
Forgiveness? Compassion? That's always been a big test for Divine. Yeah, I pulled Divine Responsiveness, and that's a beautiful one. I really felt into which card to grab, and that one just resonated deeply. I love the Rainbow Bridge. And it's just a big lesson. I can really hear the angels with this one, at least for me, because got to learn to respond. We are the first responders, everyone. Divine responsiveness. Ego reacts. Love responds. Feel for the truth and act with Godfidence and pure intent and clear focus. Stay centered. Breathe deeply. Perhaps we will wait the night, commanding our atoms to rest consciously. Determine the highest course of action and proceed without delay. And I really appreciate that, because the divine responsiveness, it goes into the card, the back card, which is organic being. I'm just going to kind of play off organic being. And into responsiveness is that in order for you to fully respond, you got to be organic. And the biggest thing was that Mother had the biggest tact. She was the most tactful. And I watched it. I watched it good.
Sorry, I feel like some trolls glitch out there where they still have those videos in mind where she was yelling to all of her atoms. But yeah, that was very tactful. If I'd be the planet and come back here, I'd be pissed.
I mean,
just running.
No, and I reflected on that recently, because I'm always in that state of like, how do I get someone to see that I met God? I mean, I'm one of the most stubborn people there is, and that woman got me. So I never know how to explain it to someone who doesn't really surrender to that ultimate fact, or at least entertain that idea and go that route. Yet I would say to the most uninitiated to energy that I met the guru. I was looking for the guru for many moons, and I found that guru. I found that person that showed me ways that I never thought were possible and brought me into places that I never thought I would go. And that really meant that I dove deep. I mean, a great example is that one time with Mother sitting together, and some crazy shit just went down. Like someone tried to run in our room, and we didn't know if it was a threat or not. And, you know, we had to be like, come on, man, what are you doing? And we all gave him a hug. And the next thing you know, me and Mom sat down around everyone in the big, great hall that we were in out in California. And she went into a processing state where she just like couldn't move. And that's what would happen to her. And then I couldn't. And I went into this time warp where I felt like I was having a multidimensional conversation with her. And I was processing my father's death and really getting over the fact that he basically died from a drug overdose, because her father also went through the exact thing. Her father, it became such a dark thing that he wasn't dealing with at the end of his life, that he was popping, I feel she said it was like 40 Vicodin a day or something. Wow, it was insane. And my father died from Vicodin. So it was a big trip, but that was the beginning. I'm talking, that's the first few weeks I met this woman, and I'm going into this multidimensional trip where like, that's how it felt, was like literally around her. It was like energy was moving. I'm like, what's going on? And so for me, that just broke me. And so I sit through thick and thin, because it ain't easy. Life ain't easy. And I agree with what Kat just said. I'm the creator, right? I come down as the creator, and I see how messed up and dirty and disgusting and slimy and gross it all is. I don't know if I could just be like, oh, we got to clean this up. No, I'd probably be pretty passionate, pretty loud about it so everyone could hear, and be like, what did we do here? What happened? Mm-hmm. How did this happen? I mean, we've only made it this gross in the past couple hundred years, and it's been tens of thousands of the ego program mind in general, where we had Lemuria prior to that. We had heaven on earth. We had that energy present, and we were working towards that. And then through the greediness, through the judgment, through that jadedness, that's how ultimately it came about. Technology was stolen, creating basically a nuclear blast upon the planet. And you hear about this. Read the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu text, okay? And you will hear about the power of 1,000 suns going off. It's there. Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. It's like praise of God. Right. And check that out. Just you can do a little thing. Yeah.
Even the flood, like how it is pictured in the Bible, that came to me, like driving through the mountains. It literally looked like there was an ocean and the water kind of went away, like the way the hills are shaped and everything. So that was interesting to feel into, just like whether or not, for example, the planet was covered with water. I mean, could be very likely as well, has been there or something, but we don't know what was. I did find, and it's just a little piece of an amazing channeling that just fits in there really good. And it's funny because it's talking about the Sanskrit.
Yes. That's writing Hindu. Yeah. That's like deep Hindu, old, kind of like how Hebrew.
Exactly. So
Sanskrit.
The Sanskrit word for courage is Saka. It's funny, it was my French teacher's name. Which means truth or reality. So without courage, there is no truth, love, or trust. Dark energies are responsible for instilling fear in people. This is a significant impediment to your advancement. You must get rid of this phobia right away. Move from your head to your heart to do this. Feel the love that you have in your heart. Surround yourself with love energy. No dark forces will be able to assault you and halt your ascension if you are completely filled with love. That's all that is about love. Be love, see love, feel love, and radiate that love. Like, that's the funny thing, you can only bring into your reality what resonates with your energy. So the more ego you transmute, the more thoughts and lower energies of worry or fear or doubt or hate or judgment or what there all is, the less you think, the less you're in your mind, the more you come in your heart, the more you come into just being and being the observer of it, being detached and seeing it all through the eyes of love. That's the big transformation. Like that's where we're heading to, or what it is about. And then that is what you attract in your life. So it can only get grander. If you're fully transmuted all fear, you don't create fearful experiences of yourself for yourself. If you transform all doubt, you don't experience anything that make you doubt things anymore, because you learn to trust, and you can trust. And with that trust, with that courage of pushing, of being honest with yourself, of doing that soul work, you'll become your greatest, grandest version.
You'll become brilliant.
Woo!
Be brilliant. Oh, that was great. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just so in love with everyone, and I just love you all. That's why we get up and do this and keep pushing, and we're coming to a close here. It looks like 1-1-1-0-1. There we go. So we got 11-11. A lot of syncs with the numbers too. Oh my God. Let's just mention that for a moment. The numbers.
7,
oh my God. We've been going out running errands.
Oh, that was cool.
Man, we're getting everything has been synchronistic.
Every receipt.
1881. Right. We got that bought seeds. 1881. So it's a palindrome, right?
Yeah. And it's 99. Just went through 99 portal.
And then we had 5277. So
which
777.
if you add it up.
5 and 2 is 7. I feel another one happened too.
No, it's crazy.
We saw 888 yesterday.
Yeah.
We saw 234. We randomly found a woman that's been around town, and we keep meeting up with her totally randomly.
Yeah, she just is there.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. And she's, we're looking for a truck, and she's like, this is so cool. I got to tell them. And so then she goes, and I didn't believe her. She goes, it's a Chevy Love. And I'm like, what? And I start looking up trucks. It's an old 1981. I start looking up trucks. I can't find that. Next thing you know, I was like, she said it was Love. I'm like, I'll just write it. And I didn't believe her at all. Totally exists. Totally. LUV, light utility vehicle.
It's not love, but love.
And it's like the last one they made. It just wasn't popular here. It was popular down in South America. But we were like, maybe we really need to buy a car named Love. Like, that sounds pretty cool, So we're just so grateful. We're so grateful to Mother and creation and all of our angels and our higher self for being here with us, for Robin, Archangels Ezekiel, and Saint Germain being right there, leading this ascension with Mother and Father God, okay? Being the purple, beautiful rays of light that they are, the 7th ray of transformation and grace, okay? And I really would, Anna, a little Chevy Love, cute truck. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's what I heard. That like it's not a heavy duty, but it's a light duty, and it's just it seems fun. And I just want to say this is a big thing, and then we'll wrap up. I know, but it's a big thing because we're talking about product integrity, and there's literally a council, okay, the transitory government for product headed by our Pope. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in product integrity, to get a hold of 5D Full Disclosure or Archaea Hope and say that you would like to join, or at least put out your ideas. I know that we've closed the thing. Guess what? Just because we said we closed it doesn't mean you can't communicate with us. Now my point with this one was that was the product integrity. What were we just talking about? The truck. So but it was more than the truck. There was something else. Oh, got it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So the quality of the product matters because you matter. You make matter a reality, right? That's how courage is, right? Making true reality, to be courageous. So we find that a lot of, personally, I love Toyotas, and I love them very much because they're reliable, they last, and they never have major issues in general. They're usually simple issues. And sometimes, of course, this part or that part wasn't the best part for Toyota to buy, but they last the longest. They're considered the most reliable vehicles because they're made in Japan, and the quality of life is higher in Japan. People are happier in Japan. They pay them a better wage in Japan. So interesting right? That we talk about the energetics involved when making something and that you're putting your energy into it. So if you're off in whatever land from this morning about that argument with your wife because you guys don't have enough money in the bank, then you're going to put that into the quality of that product, and then that it's going to break easily. And then someone's going to be like, I just got ripped off. Why did I spend my money? Because you literally push that energy. You're a domino to that energy. So why do we enjoy, and why am I even bringing this up, these, things made in Japan? Well, like I said, the quality's better. And interestingly enough, that Chevy Love was made in Japan. Chevy, while an American company, it actually had Suzuki involved with them at that point to make the Chevy Love. The Chevy Love has Suzuki parts in it, and it had a Chevy frame around it. And then that's how they marketed it. So when this came through, I was like, because I've been staunch now. I'm like, I'm only buying things made in Japan. And because I want reliability. I don't want problems anymore. And I seek that passionately. But interesting sync too. And Mama's always coming through to sync it up because I don't know better. We're sitting there going, we need to buy a Toyota. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just need to make sure we buy something that was made with love. And it's literally called love. So I say that to all of you because get out there, everyone. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Get out into the community. Talk to your neighbors, right? That's the big thing right now with the lockdown that they keep on pushing. Get outside and talk to your neighbors. Go love one another. Go out to your community garden. You don't have a community garden? Start one. Maybe start one in your yard. All you need is a tire, okay? Next time you guys get your tires changed, instead of paying the mechanic to throw away the tire, why don't you ask for the tires back and you make a little garden in there? There's your flower bed. Boom, boom. Really simple. Let's grow our food. Let's get out into the community. Let's love. Let's show that love and reheart everyone that they are love. I am done. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mom.
That was a little trip to the cars and trucks of this world.
I felt God deeply even yesterday. I was like, I'm going to share that perspective. They must hear. They must. And do your research, everyone, and learn that the quality is not in the quantity. It is in the love itself. It's in the love for yourself and all and God. And reheart yourself to put love, God, equal truth first. And then everything else will line up. Because where's your priority? Is your priority the creator? Or are your priorities with destruction of the ego? Choose wisely. I'm sure you all will make the wise choice.
I don't even feel like wrapping up.
I know you had that article you wanted to read.
Yeah, it's such a brilliant thing that I
is the angels pinging you like on any like just quick paragraph to read or what have you?
No, I guess we can read it tomorrow too.
Yeah, we have tomorrow. We do have tomorrow, Kat.
Yeah,
we do.
Okay.
I'm complete. Are you good? Anything else you want to share?
No, I know.
Okay. Beautiful.
I love you all. Love you all.
We love you so much.
I'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Woohoo!
6 a.m. Mountain Time. Stay humble, stay kind, stay divine.
Love you all so much. Thank you for being here today. And have a grand day.